Okay, sir.
So in the last class, we are discussing about lookup transformation. Okay, and in that lookup transformation, we have explained about the cache transformation also. Okay, so this lookup transformation used to identify the when used to identify the new records as well as the existing records. It will just separate the new records and send it to the no match output, and it will send the existing records to the lookup match out. Okay, so on the existing records, if I want to do some updation, I can go on to, and the new records I'm inserting. Okay, so one of the interview question is, this is called incremental load. Okay, so lookup is called as incremental load. Okay, and but this is not a full incremental load. Why? Because using lookup, we are able to identify the new records as well as existing records. But let us say, suppose, okay, some of the records got deleted in the source. Some of the records got deleted in the source. So how to delete those records in the destination also, the destination table also. Okay. Now let us see. So the last classes we are which source we are taking? We are taking the OLTP data source. No? Okay. Now we are putting the data in the what is the destination table. We are taking the dbSI4 table underscore OLTP. Okay. Now let us say, so we have this data. Now let us say that, okay, we have some 1 to some 13 records. Now let us go to our table and let us see. Let us connect to the dbSI4. So here also we have some 13 records. Okay. Now what I will do is in the source. Okay. So I will do some modifications to the existing data. Let us say for employee 7. So right now here it is the salary is 0. Here also 0 is there. So let me update with something like 20,000. Okay. And for employee 1, let me change the city from Chennai to something like Mumbai. Okay, I have done some modifications. Let me insert some 2 more records. So I have some modified data as well as new records also is there. Let me go for 14 and 15. So let us say some Ramesh, some Ramesh. Okay, after that, I want to delete 2 more records. Now let us see. So I want to delete the employee 1 and 2 and 3. Okay. So I have modified some data and I have modified some I have added some new records and also I have deleted some records in the source. Now I want to delete those records in the destination also. Okay. Then how can I do that? So if I do that, that will be called as a that will be called as a full incremental load.
Sir, you now you deleted from this file, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
So I want those 2 records to be deleted from the destination also.
Okay, from okay, now you executed in this database, right? So from this also it should be deleted,
Yes.
but in the
So,
Visual Studio.
yes, but through the destination. So from the source, I have deleted 3 records. The destination table also, it should delete these 2 records.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, sir.
So I have modified two records and I have added two records and deleted two records. Okay. So if I do that, then it will be called as a full incremental.
Full
Now,
increment.
so now let us see how we can achieve that. How to achieve that? So up to now, whatever I have explained now, using those transformations only we can achieve that. Now let us see. Yeah, good evening, Durga Prasad.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah. So I just started 5 minutes back, and I want to explain about full incremental load. Okay. So in the last class we have seen about lookup. Okay, in which using lookup, so we are able to identify the new records as well as the existing records. Okay, when compared with the source and destination, we are able to get the using lookup. We are able to separate the new records and the existing records.
So, one small doubt for me, sir.
Yes.
Instead of using that lookup,
Yes.
directly we can connect from flat file source to OLEDB destination, right? By using that event handler. In event handler, we can use
Yeah, we can use. Yeah. Yeah, tell me.
flat file source to OLEDB destination.
Because if I directly push the
Flat.
data, no, so it will be having the duplicates, no? So the data will be again appended, no?
Okay. That what I'm saying is in event handler we can use like truncate table the table name. No,
Yes, that
by
is
using
correct.
that
But I don't want to
we can
truncate
do that, right?
the data because I will lose the relationships. I don't want to truncate the data. So
Okay, okay,
I
sir.
don't want to do the truncate unload. Truncate unload means
Mm.
directly means let us say if the yesterday data also is there and the customer is sending only today's data. So if you truncate the table, no, then again all the records will get old data also will get truncated, no. Not only today's data,
Okay.
all the previous
Mm.
record also will get deleted, no. That's
Okay, okay, sir. Okay,
so there are so many options. So based upon your requirement, you choose which of transformation or which option you have to go. Okay.
okay, sir.
Now what I want to do is so along apart from the new records and existing records, I want to delete some records from the source. Okay. So I have already deleted earlier 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are there, and you can see that I have done some modifications. So this is my destination data. So earlier we have 2 and 3, but up to 12 and 13. Okay. So but in the source file now I have done some modifications like so I have updated the employee 7 salary. Okay. So earlier salary in the destination it was 0 for employee 7. Now I have updated salary as for 7 as some 20,000. Okay, and employee 1 city as Mumbai. Okay, two records I have modified. Okay, and two new records I have inserted 14 and 15 I have inserted in the source. Now you can see the destination, those two are not there. And after that, I have removed two records from the source table. So the source. Now you can see 2 and 3 are not there. So in the destination, 2 and 3 are there. Okay. So what I want to do is using SSIS. Okay. I want to identify the okay. For existing records, I want to do the update. For new records, I have to insert the records which are removed from the source. Those records need to be also removed from the destination. Okay. Then how we can do that? Okay. But using lookup cannot do this deletion operation. Why? Because it is just separating the existing one and new ones. But using lookup, I cannot able to identify the deleted records in the source. So then how can I do that is, so let me take one more data flow task. Now let me go for, so let me take the source first. So let me locate our source. So our source is OLED beta. Let me view. Now you can see 2 and 3 is not there, 14 and 15 are there. Okay, some changes to the existing data also is there. Okay, now my source data is now. So in order to achieve that full, that will call it as a full incremental load. Okay, if you are able to identify deleted, updated, or inserted records, then that is called as full incremental load. So in order to do that, what I can do is I can take my destination table also. Okay, so with which I want to compare, I can take the table. So my destination table is present in dbsoi4 and the table name is table underscore OLEDB. Okay, so let me take that. If you want, you can write the query also. So I was able to get the destination data. Now I have my source and I have my destination data. Now what I will do is I will apply the merge join between these two sources. Okay, let me go for take the merge join, and using merge join I want to identify the new records, okay, existing records as well as deleted records. Okay, now since we are using the merge join, so we know that merge means it will accept the sorted data. Okay, so before putting those two source data as inputs to merge join, so better to have the sort. Okay, we have to sort the data. So let me go for sort this data by employee and sort the destination source data also by employee. At least one column should be there. And now let me take the let me push it as, so one of the left input, let me put this as the right input, and we need to make sure that at least the mapping column should have the same data type. So here it is employed is dtstr, and here it is metadata, that is here also dtstr. Okay, so let me see that both are having the same data type. Now you can see it was able to, okay, join these two, already identify the joined column. Okay, based upon the sorted column, okay, it will join it is joining these two source data. Okay. Now what I want to do is I want to apply the full outer join. Okay, full outer join. Now let me take that. So let me take some sample columns. Okay, so from the left table I'm taking the, so this is from the source. Okay, so let us have this as source. Okay, source data employee. Okay, and let me take some employee name here, date of join here. Let me take one more column from the right table and rename it as, use the alias name as, let us say destination data. Okay, so let me take two more columns. Okay, that's it. Okay, now I'm applying the full order join means what the full order join will give me, it will give me the all the matching records as well as the remaining records from the left side table, the remaining records from the right side table also. So that is the output it will give me now. Now let us go to this. Okay, now let us go and see. So let me view the data first. So I just want to view the output of merge child. I don't want to push the data into any one of the destination. I just want to view the output of merge child. So that's why I'm making the audit here as a dummy transformation. Okay. So just as a support to transformation, I have taken this audit. Okay. Now just want to view the data coming from the enable data viewer. Okay. So now after merge child, it will display the data. Okay, you will get pop-up window. Now let me execute this task. So now you can see that. So first three columns are coming from the left table. The last three columns are coming from the right side table, destination table. Okay. Now for the existing records, what will be the condition? How we can identify the existing records? So existing record means if the source data employee and destination data employee both have a matching record, so that record is existing, no? Okay. So if source data employee is not null and destination data employee is not null means, okay, that is a existing record. Okay. Now how to identify the new records?
Source has source has data, right?
Yes.
And
So
destination will not be having data.
yes. So where the source data employee is having some value that you can see 14 and 15. For this 14 and 15, there is no matching data in the right side table. That is destination data employee. Okay. So then this is a new record. Okay. So I can write a condition like source data employee is not null and destination data employee is null. Then that is a new record. Okay. Then how to identify the deleted data?
Source will be null, right, sir? For that.
Yes, that's it. Okay, now you can see where destination data employee is not null and source data employee is null. Okay, so these two are okay deleted data and these two are new data and remaining in all existing data. Okay, so by using this output, how can I separate my records is how can I separate my new records and deleted records is, so after the merge join, I can go and use one more transformation called conditional split, where I can use the conditions to separate the data. Okay, now you can see use conditional split after that. Now you can go and see this is the output coming from the merge join. So you can go and write I want to split the data, okay, where I can write a condition like here source data employee is not null. Okay, so we can go and see how we can write the not is null condition. Okay, so you can see that we have some null functions. Okay, let me go to this. You can see that if you want to check whether that is null value or not, you can go and write is null. Okay, and how we can do the not operator is, so let me go for operator. So we have the add. You can see we have some logical not called shift one, that is exclamatory is the not one. Okay, logical not. So if you want to check it as is null, then you can go and write is null. Okay, you can go and check the is null like this, and if you want to check not is null, no? Okay, then you can go and write not is null. So when the source data is not is null, okay, and and you can write this bitwise and or logical and you have to type 2 times ampersand ampersand. Okay, so where source data employee is not null and that is shift 7 and destination data employee is null means, so if the source data is not null, employee is not null, and destination data employee is null means this is a new record. Okay, so this is a new records. Okay, and after that, I want to write one more condition that the reverse of this. The reverse of this is where source data is null. Source data employee is null, and my destination data employee is not null. Not is null. Okay, like this. So then this is a deleted records where the source data has null value and the destination has a value. Okay, so then that is called deleted records. Okay, and the remaining records are existing records. No, so the remaining all will come into the default pipeline, and let us say it as existing records. Okay, like this. Okay, now for the new records, okay, for the new records I can go and write the I can go and push them in the destination. So for the new records, you can go and see. So we have three output. First one is new records. I can directly push into my destination table. So on the dbsci4, my table name is table underscore OLEDB. You know? So the new records, after comparing, I can push the data into table underscore OLEDB. Okay, like this. So now we have only 4 records now. So let me select all the columns here. So some matching source data employee is there, employee ID 1, okay, and branch ID 1, employee name 1, like that. Let me go for rename it as destination data employee. Okay, go to the columns. So where is null, destination data employee, okay, source data empid and is null. So since SSIS is case sensitive, let me make it as destination data empid, and this also let me make it as destination data empid. Okay, now let me go for it. Now let us say that the OLEDB destination. So which records I want to push? I want to push the new records. Okay, now go to the which were table, that is table underscore the dbSI4, which table I want to push, another table underscore OLEDB. Okay, now go to the mappings. So employee ID. So which data you want to push? So this is the new records, no? So new records means then you have to select the source data API. Okay, for mapping purpose. Salary and remaining and all mapped. Okay, that is good. Okay. Now let us go for OLEDB. So I want to delete the record from the destination table, no? Okay. For which records are deleted from source? So those records I need to delete it from the destination. Then go for OLEDB command. Okay. Now I want to push the deleted records. Okay. And here I need to first of all create a OLEDB connection to the dbSI4. Go to the component properties and write the command SQL command here. So the delete command. Okay. So delete from which table, that is table underscore OLEDB, okay, where EMP ID equal to question mark. Okay. So delete from table where EMP ID equal to question mark. So which IDs I have to delete? You have to specify that in the column mappings. Okay. So which IDs I have to delete from the destination table I have to delete. Okay. So to this param which record I need to pass. So delete the records, okay, coming from the source. So those two won't be there. The deleted records employee IDs won't be there in the source. So those are coming from the destination data employee. Okay. So we have to select the destination data employee. Why? Because here in this conditional split, okay, in this conditional split you can see the source data is null and destination data employee is not. Okay, I have to remove the record from the destination table, no? So that's why I have used where empid equal to question mark and which IDs I have to delete, because these two destination table data only will have the IDs. From the source, those employees are already deleted. Okay. So for inserting, we have to select, for inserting the data, we have to select the source. Why? Because these inserted means new records will be present in the source and destination records. Okay, the deleted records will be present in the destination table. So that's why we have to do the mapping correctly here. Okay, and the remaining records we can go and do the updation. Okay, so if you want to see the existing records, I can, instead of applying the OLDB command again, I can use this audit and I can see the data. Okay, like this. So let me add the data viewer here also for the new records. Okay, and as well as for the deleted records. Okay, now let me execute this. So this is how we can do the full incremental. Okay, now let me execute this. So if anybody asks you how we can do the full incremental load, we can tell these options like by using the merge join and conditional split, we can do the full. Okay, and incremental load means just lookup you can type. Okay, and now you can see this is the deleted records. Okay, so you can see the deleted records are 2 and 3, which have data in the destination table, no records in the source table. Okay. So for these two records, okay, the deleted command will be applied. And these are existing records. Now you can see the heading as existing records. These are present in both the tables. Okay, for which I have to apply the update command. Okay. And we can have one more pipeline, that is new records which have data in the source but there is no data in the destination table. Okay, like so that 2 records will be deleted, 2 records will be inserted, and 11 records will go through the update operation. Now we can go and see the data. So 2 and 3 were there, 14 and 15 are not there. Now let me refresh it. Now we can see that 2 and 3 are removed, 12 and 14 and 15 are got inserted. And first one, so we can see that 7 and Chennai. So we just apply the audit. No, it is not doing it just for displaying the data. So like that, we can achieve the full incremental load by taking the help of merge join and conditional split. So let me rename it as so let me go for next one. So understood? Any doubts? So
No, sir.
we have seen merge join multicast, OLDB command, okay. Sort, union on we have seen. Suppose if you want to get the row count, okay. Suppose if you want to see the number of records, okay, coming from the source data, we can go for the row count. Okay. And let me go for this row count, and after that we'll go for some audit. Okay. So let us say I have some source data. Okay. So I want to see the number of records coming from the source. Now let us say that I have some text. Okay. I don't know how many records are there present in this document. Okay. So let me add some more. Now you can see I'm adding some records. I don't know how many records are there in this document. Okay, in this text file, I don't know how many records are there. Suppose if I want to see that number of records, okay, we can use this row count way for row count transformation. Okay, now let us see. So first of all, let me get the source by taking the help of that file source. So since your data is coming from the text file, now let me create a connection that is locate your text file. Let us give the name as something like bulk data. So do you have the column names in the first row? Yes, I have the column names in the first row. And I don't know how many records are there. Okay. Now let me click on OK. Now let me see. So let me take the row count transformation, okay, to see the number of records, number of rows. Now let me double click on it. So it is asking that, okay. So we need to store it inside some variable. Okay, it is asking for, okay, in which variable you want to store that information. So right now I don't have any variable. So let me create one variable. So to create a variable, we have to go to this rightmost corner, click on the variable section. Okay, and it will open some window, variable window. Okay, now we have one more option called add variable option is there. So let me go and if you want, you can use some any name. Let us say variable count. Okay, I have given some name called variable count, and this data type is integer, and default value is 0. Okay, default value is 0. Now let me go for it. Double click on this row count. Now you can see variable count. I want to store that information, row count information in this variable. Okay. Now I want to view the data coming in that variable. Okay, so how to view the data coming in the variable is, so if I take any, as usual, if I take any audit and make it as dummy, you can see that whether we can view the output, variable output here, data viewer. Now you can see we have the column names, but not the variable name is not there here. Okay, the data viewer will just show the column names here. Then how can I show the count of records? Then if you want to show, what we can do is, we cannot show it in the data flow section. We have to go back to our control flow section to display the value present in a variable. I have to go back to the control flow section. Okay, so inside this data flow task, I have the row count. Okay, I'm storing the row count in a variable, and I want to display the data present in that variable. Okay, to display the data, let me arrange it in a particular format. Okay, now let me take this our data flow task. Okay, so which is getting the data row count and putting in a variable. Now, in order to display the data present in a variable, so in the control flow section, we have a task called script task is there. Okay, so using the script task, I can display the value present in a variable. Okay, let us see how we can do that is. So open the script task. Now you can see here we have a section called which variable data you want to read. Read only variable. Okay, select the variable which you want to read. So my variable again, which variable I'm storing with the variable count now. So go and search for that variable. Now here it is. Okay, check on this. So I want to display the data present in this variable. After selecting the variable, just click on this edit script option. So it will open some Visual Studio window where we can write our C# code or VB.NET code. So you can see here, we can select the script language. So here you can see that we have to select the script language, whether that is okay C# or VB.NET code. Okay. Now after clicking on edit script, one more window is open, that is the Visual Studio window where you can see Microsoft Visual Studio window where I can write the a simple C# code to display the data present in a variable. Okay. So I can take the help of one of the function called message box function. So which will display me the variable value in a box. Okay. Message box dot show. That's it. Okay. So which variable data you want to display? I want to display the variable. So which variable? That is this variable. No? Select the entire variable. Okay. Go to this. So I want to this message box, which value I want to show? I want to show the dts dot variables. Which variable? That is my variable name is. Okay. So this variable data I want to show. So dts message box dot show dts dot variables. Which variable? That is this one. Dot value dot post. That's it. Okay. So we have to just write a simple code to display the value present in a variable. Message box dot show. So which variable here I want to show, which variable data I want to show, just select that. Suppose if you want to append some label, let us say that if you want to display some variable, append some variable, let us say row count. Okay, that's it. Okay, so now you can see. Let us go and say build it, save it and build it. Build means checking for any syntax errors. Okay, build is succeeded, that means no syntax error. So let me click on OK. Okay, now inside this data flow task, we are getting the data and putting in a one variable. And using script task, we are displaying the value present in this variable. Suppose I am in the control flow section. Suppose if I execute this package, what will happen? Each and every task will start executing. Okay, each and every task will start executing. I don't want that. I want only these two to execute separately. Okay, because unnecessarily I don't want to execute each and everything. I just want to execute only these two separately. Okay. Now let us see how we can do that is if we want to execute these two as separately. And one more thing is if I execute this one, first one, so even though if it is success, okay, will it continue to the next one or not? You can see. So if I execute this task separately, I'm not executing the package. I'm executing this alone. Okay, I'm executing that task alone. Then only that task will execute and stop. You can see, because we are not executing the package, we are executing only that particular task. Now you can see only this task got executed and it is not continuing the execution. Suppose if I select the package execution, if I select the package to run, then each and every task will start getting executed. Now you can see each and every task got executed, so I will do highlight. I don't want this. I don't want this to execute like this. Okay. So what I want to do is I want only these two to execute separately. Okay. Then in that case, what you can do is you can take the help of container. We have inside the container, we have the sequence container. Okay. So using the sequence container, we can ask these two tasks execute separately and sequentially. Okay. Now we can see, let me select these two, let me cut and paste it inside the sequence container. Okay, once I paste it inside the sequence container, so these two we are putting in a box, separate box. So this is a package. Okay, this will call it as a package inside another package. So it's like a child package inside the parent. Okay, now you can see that I want to execute, our intention is to execute these two separately. No? Then at the container level, if I right click on the container, I have an option to execute the container alone. Okay, let me click on this execute container. Now you can see we are able to execute these two separately here. And we can see after getting the data, okay, it is putting this number of records inside a variable. Using the script task, you can see this is executed. Using the script task, we are able to display the value present in that variable. Now let me click on OK. It will get executed successfully. Okay, so that is the use of row count. So I will stop now today. Okay, so I'm totally tired with yesterday full night. I was traveling. I was driving. Okay, so we'll continue from tomorrow. Is that okay?
Okay, sir.
So tomorrow, yeah, same time we can take continue 8:30. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.